So today we're going to be beginning our energy changes topic. Now this begins with two key words and then goes on to some more complicated stuff in the separate science, but not so much stuff in the foundation and the higher tier trilogies. Now in this situation we have the two key words. Now we've probably learned from physics at this point that the thermic in both of these words refers to thermal energy or heat. But there are two big differences, one between exo and one between endo. Now the first one is exo means exit, while endothermic means enter. I can always remember that because it's N, enter, X, exit. So if I was going to describe what an exothermic reaction was, an exothermic reaction is a reaction where energy, or thermal energy, heat, is leaving the reaction. Energy is exiting that reaction. An endothermic reaction is where I have energy entering that reaction. Now, we can normally have a guess of what that means. So, for instance, any kind of combustion would be exothermic. I would see energy leaving that reaction in heat and light. But things like photosynthesis, it takes in the light energy to do the reaction. Okay, as of the next part, if I have an exothermic reaction, that is characterized by, so if I've got energy along the left, and I have the progress of the reaction, so how far along the reaction is, my reaction will drop in energy. So I will have reactants at higher energy, and then after the reaction, when I have my products, it will be at lower energy. So my reactants will be higher than my products. For an endothermic reaction, let's put it here, endothermic, and I have my energy I would have my reactants at a lower energy than my products, because that energy is going in and it must be going, well, it actually goes into the bonds, but that heat energy goes in, so the energy goes up. So this is the energy in that reaction. Now I do add a couple of other bits in here called the activation energy, which will be gone into later. That is the activation energy. And that always goes up and then down. And then the energy, the difference between the energy of the reactants and the products, is my change in energy. And that is the same for both. If I look, that is the change in energy, or the change in heat. Now if I actually look at that, I can always say that an exothermic reaction, because it goes down, has a negative change in energy. So everything for exothermic is characterized by the negative change. For endothermic, I can always say it has a positive change in energy. Now, the last thing which we have is because the heat energy is leaving that reaction, exothermic reactions appear hot, or the temperature increases. Endothermic reactions appear colder, because that energy is being drawn out of the surroundings and into the reaction. So everything else feels